Man, oh man, chat room. What an interesting game. Rough one today, guys. Rough one today. Obviously, George Kirby making his debut on the season. Didn't look great. I mean, he looked good for his first couple of innings. But unfortunately, George, I mean, we already knew that he was on a pitch count, so we knew he wasn't going to go exceptionally deep tonight. But in the end, as we've seen happen with George before, he just started to get hit around a little bit. Could be because he's in the strike zone a lot. But I mean, in the end, I don't really know what I expected out of George in his first start. It is what it is. And Sidious has said the same thing. It is what it is. Rough one. I mean, it's his debut game coming back. Like, you can't expect him to be perfect. I don't know. The offense wasn't good tonight after the first couple of innings. So, after that Dylan Moore home run, the offense just kind of laid down and died. But, on top of all that, the Astros bullpen's quite good, and the Mariners were not able to take advantage of Lance McCullers, who hasn't been able to find the strike zone much lately, and was just kind of... Lance McCullers was kind of a shell of his former self, and the Mariners weren't able to take advantage of that. Again, the Astros have a really good bullpen, which is how they get through, but in the end, good news. By the end of this, the Astros will lead the division. $2 from Jeffrey. Jeffrey, always love your enthusiasm and positivity. Thanks for the $2 holla, bro. Not biggest news. More news. We're waiting to hear from Dan Wilson on Julio to see what's going on there. I'm not sure exactly what we can expect. And then, with that being said, we also saw Brian Wu, who got hit by a line drive foul ball into the dugout. So, just a rough game all the way around. The Mariners just can't seem to win. Can't seem to win. You know what I mean? Like, everything, nothing ever happens wrong to the Astros. Everything goes wrong for the Mariners. That's the way it is. But, I don't know. I mean, more importantly, yeah. I think that this is kind of what we were expecting. Not what we were expecting, but what we could have foreseen a little bit for George Kirby in his first start back. Hopefully Bryant Wu is okay after getting hit by that line drive. I don't want any guesses. I don't want to speculate on anything. We should hear in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, it was a scratch easily. So we should hear in the next couple of minutes from Dan what that is. I'm kind of checking Twitter on the side here, just waiting to see. But overall, you're not going to win them all. And this is one of those games that you're just, it was kind of doomed after that third or fourth inning. You weren't going to come back and win that one with how good the Astros bullpen is, and frankly how bad the Mariners offense has been over the past week or so. Basically, ever since the Padres series, the offense was pretty bad. So, yeah, no need to hit the panic button. That's why this isn't a Mariners Anonymous game, because it's like, did I really expect the Mariners to come out and win Kirby's first start back from the injured list? Not really. You know what I mean? Not really. I think that I feel okay about the Brian Wu Framber game. At least I did until Brian Wu got hit by a line drive. Now I don't know how I feel about that game. You have Luis Castillo in the final game of this series as well. Tomorrow it's Emerson Hancock, I believe, versus Ryan Gusto tomorrow. Is that still who's starting tomorrow? Let's see. He's more of a reliever type, Gusto is. So I'm not, or no, wait, no. It's the last, is it the last guy in the series that's more of a reliever? Yeah, Gusto started 5 games in his last 15, so he's been kind of a swingman type of guy, but why did Spire pitch in this game? They talked about it on the broadcast. It's because there's not really any lefties in this lineup, so there's not an obvious spot to put him, and somebody had to pitch. I would assume that they probably find a way to call up a fresh arm tomorrow. Whether that be sending down or DFAing Jeffy Hahn Jesse Hahn, or I don't know. I don't know what it can be, but I think that the Mariners might have to do that just so they can get somebody up in case Emerson Hancock doesn't go deep tomorrow. So we'll see again with Ryan Gusto. The Astros bullpen is good, so they might have, like, their best guys available tomorrow still. They didn't have to use them at all today, which, yeah, it sounds like he got hit in the knee, for those asking about Brian Wu. It sounds like he got hit in the knee. He went down into the trainer, saw the trainer, and then came back out pretty quick. So, yeah, re-sign Casey Lawrence. Yeah, that's going to happen. They'll re-sign Casey Lawrence. I'm still not seeing anything about Julio's scratch. I was hoping we would have seen it by now. Donatello becoming a member of the Mojovians after a tough loss. Appreciate that membership, Donatello. Actually, the stream's going to be a little bit shorter than normal, chat, because we're going to be recording some members content after this. So I got to make sure that I'm there for that. But yeah, tough one. You just have to go back out there and get him tomorrow. Hopefully Emerson Hancock can continue to be the road warrior that he has been. Yo, peace out, Nicholas. Appreciate you. Hopefully you continue to be that road warrior that he has been. If the Mariners can get to Ryan Gusto tomorrow, great. I would love for this offense to kind of turn it around and get things going in the right direction. What happened to Wu? AB, he was hit by a line drive in the dugout, a foul ball. Easily becoming a member as well. Easily Bash, easing the pain the pain of this loss. So the Astros are still cheating. They purposely targeted Wu in the dugout. So true. So true. I'll be interested to see if Brian Wu, he's not going to hold a grudge, obviously. This is Astros fans. This is a joke. Don't get yourselves in a tizzy. But I'll be interested to see if Brian Wu holds a grudge when he pitches and hits Isaac Paredes. Appreciate you becoming a member easily. Appreciate that. Yeah, you got to get to Ryan Gusto tomorrow. I think that's honestly, still think pitchers paying attention during the game doesn't really matter. It was a line drive, man. You can't do nothing about that. That shit comes in at 100 miles an hour. There ain't nothing you can do about that. Don't matter where you're standing. Happens. My Alexa just went off. Still nothing about Julio. I'm just kind of refreshing Twitter every 2 seconds. But Mariners Anonymous shirt is on. Greg, I appreciate you with the remember for a month. Greg, great to see you as always. Rub some avocado on it. That's a good idea. Yeah, we're not doing Mariners Anonymous tonight because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a Mariners Anonymous game to me. It feels like kind of the expected outcome of a game where George Kirby making his debut, coming off the injured list, and the Mariners, I feel like, have always kind of sucked against Linus McCullers. So, even though he is a shell of his former self, I still think that I still think the Mariners suck against him. I could be completely wrong. His numbers, I don't have the statistics in front of me to back up my case, but yeah. Heck the Astros. Yeah, get your Heck the Astros merch, guys. I forgot we're waiting on Julio's news. Yeah, Joe, we're still waiting on Julio news, bro. Can't win them all kind of game. Exactly. This is just one of those games where it's like, yeah, okay. I talked about it before. If the Mariners can go 2-2 in this series, I will feel pretty decent about where this team is at after this. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. Especially losing game one's pretty rough. But again, you have Brian Wu later in this series. You have Luis Castillo, and Emerson Hancock's been quite good. The Astros aren't at full strength either, obviously missing Yordan Alvarez. Cam Smith has kind of been going the wrong direction. Guys like Isaac Paredes have been on a tear recently. So, I mean, just kind of the way that baseball works. But I don't want Colton to have to navigate the scenes and cams and such. I'd figure it out. Hey, Autumn, we typically lose the first. This was a smashing win for them, but we have 3 more. You know what? Good point, Autumn. Good point. We do generally lose the first game of the series. then come back to win the series. Next 3 games are ours, baby. Next 3 games are ours. It's all good. We can just throw Solano in right. I mean, at this point, he's so bad. He's so incredibly bad. Yo, fourth wall shop. Get your Heck the Astros shirt, chat. Pin message. There it is. Get your Heck the Astros shirt, chat. Smile. Offense looked good, just couldn't cash in. By the way, what's up with Julio? Still waiting to hear on Julio. Yeah, I mean, the offense was all right. They just, like you said, were not able to cash in this game. Obviously, they had the bases loaded. Dylan Moore not able to do anything. I don't remember who came up before him. But anyways, nonetheless, Mariners just weren't able to come through in some pretty big moments. And that, I would say that's the difference in this game. But again, when George Kirby gives up those 5, like, it's kind of, you're kind of screwed from the start in that scenario when your starter gives up 5. So, and I mentioned before, like, I didn't expect George to come out and be perfect. I think that anybody that did is fooling themselves and lying to themselves, thinking that he was just going to be typical, like, old-fashioned George. He has good numbers in Houston. He's been good against the Astros in Houston over the past couple of years, but this was not a typical George Kirby start. 2 from Jeffrey. How bad does it need to get before they start making moves? They need to start making moves now. They need to go out there and get rid of Donovan Solano now and do something about it. Because, and people will argue that, well, they're winning. You know what I mean? They're still the first place team. But you need to go out there and fix this team because there are blatant holes in it that I think in the long run are going to hurt you more than it would if you went out there and brought somebody in. So, like, let's say, again, first base, Donovan Solano. Very, very easy transition to bring up Tyler Locklear. Incredibly easy. Like, the most simple transition you can make. Because he can't be any worse, and at least he's a natural first baseman over there. And he's been decent defensively in the past. Now, people are going to say, oh, well, he's not going to get, enough at-bats, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes that's baseball. You got to figure it out. You have to figure it out. Number 2, I think that you can still find at-bats for Tyler Locklear when you can have Rowdy DH, especially if Polanco he's been bad. Polanco's been really bad recently, and again, his injury, back tightness for Julio. All right, hold on, we'll talk about that in a second. With Polanco, you might need to IL him, honestly, just to take care of whatever this nagging injury is, because you need a good Jorge Polanco later on this season. And he was taken out of the game pretty early today, which I found interesting. And now, obviously, they were just kind of pinch hitting for him like they normally would, bringing in Mitch Garver, etc., blah, blah, blah. But it's still something to monitor, the idea that Jorge Polanco is not 100% healthy and that he's trying to play through it, but he's been bad. And so because of that, it might be better to just IL him now and save yourself the trouble later. Let Rowdy get some of those at-bats at DH, have Tyler Locklear come up and be your first baseman for a little while, and just go from there and just kind of take it day by day. Again, Leody Taveras has been all right recently. I have no problems with him being the right fielder for the Mariners moving forward. Ben Williamson's been fine, but Donovan Solano needs to be off of this roster. He should have. He when the Mariners return from this road trip, he needs to be off this roster. It's just plain and simple. Cole Young, like Kevin just mentioned, someone that they should probably call up. They should probably be okay with slotting in there at second base over somebody like Miles Masterboni, who has not been good. So yeah, there are moves that I think need to be made right now. It's just I don't know what they're waiting for. But it is what it is. Julio, back tightness for him. His back has been a problem ever since his rookie year. He's had back problems, right? And if you remember at the end of 2022, I actually don't even think that he played in the playoff clincher Or maybe he did. I don't think he did because I have the picture of all of them like dancing on the field after the win, and he has like his back brace on. So back problems have always been Julio's issue. It's something that I think is worth monitoring, but because he's dealt with it in the past, I wouldn't expect it to be something that holds him out for too long. Now, I could be wrong, and it could be worse than that, but I think it's actually reassuring that he was in the lineup until pretty late, trying to see if he could maybe loosen up that back. Didn't end up happening, so they just decided to scratch him. I would assume it's more of a precautionary thing. So, Wu injury doesn't appear serious. Yeah, it didn't seem like it was that serious, because he went down into the clubhouse and came right back out and was smiling. So I figured that Wu would be all right. Good to hear that that is confirmed by Kramer. So that's a plus on that side as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the injury bug just continues to hit the Mariners over and over and over again. And I don't know. We just kind of have to truck through it right now. This is my first year being truly invested into Mariners baseball, and I am so ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Are you sure, Easley? Because I've been doing this for years, and it is rough, man. It is rough. He was hit in the lower leg by a foul ball in the 8th inning, but it appears okay. No concerns as of now about Saturday, per Dan Wilson, per Tim Booth. Thank you, Keaton. Appreciate that. When did Wu get injured? As Keaton said, yeah, he was hit. He was hit in the leg. So you tried it, Astros. You tried it. I know, right? Heck the Astros. Heck them, chat. Yeah, you're in for a ride as your first year of being really invested into the Mariners, let me tell you. Let me tell you, you are in for an absolute ride. But welcome to the worst roller coaster ever. Hey, Easley, we're happy to have you here, man. We're happy to have you be a part of the community. And now you can suffer through everything that we have suffered through over the past couple of years. So you've been there for a while, but I'm really into it now. Well, hell yeah, man. You've come to the right place because we're all really into it to the point that it affects our moods day in and day out. So, I don't know. This game actually didn't affect my mood too much because, again, I wasn't expecting the Mariners to really come away with a victory in this game. He didn't pitch tonight, Kevin. He was in the dugout, got hit by a foul ball. Yeah. We won, Dadara. Just tell yourself that so you don't ruin your trip. Safety cages help prevent future injury. I'm in. You think this team will hit a hot streak when it warms up? Yeah, I mean, where they're at right now and the types of teams that they're facing right now, they're in a pretty tough part of their schedule, admittedly. You know, when you had the Yankees, you had the Padres, you have, obviously, the Astros. You come back home, and you're going to have to play the Twins, who have been great over the past month or so. So, we were trying to get y'all back for hurting Arrighetti when we played in Seattle. Fair, Cooper. Fair. You know, all's fair in love and war. All's fair, you know. Good to see you, Cooper. That's right. I forgot about that. That's rough, dude. That's tough. No days off. Yeah, Autumn mentions no days off during this entire road trip, which is ridiculous. The Mariners do get a day off on Monday, I believe it is, and then they start their series versus the Nationals, I believe, on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for that one, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Twins. That Twins series is going to be tough. The Nationals are no slouch of a team either. They had a pretty good game today. So, yeah, the Mariners are in a pretty tough part of their schedule right now, but I think that especially as everyone gets healthy, we love Cooper here. We love Cooper. He just got his cast off, by the way. I mean, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. But hopefully they're able to, you know, come away from the. I just hope they split the series with Houston. I don't think they're gonna be, you know, coming away with like a huge series win or anything at this point. I just hope that they come back tomorrow and give it their best shot and you know, come away with a series split in this one. Can't wait to be there next weekend. That's right, chat. Mariner Mojo meetup on the 31st. Y'all gonna be there? Who all's gonna be there? Who up at the Mariner Mojo meetup right now, chat? I'm gonna be, friendly reminder if people didn't know, the 31st of May, we're gonna be doing the Mariner Mojo meetup at T-Mobile Park for the game. We're gonna be standing in the stairwell in right center field. kind of underneath where it says like days until inducted for Ichiro. You guys can buy whatever tickets you want. Come say hi to us. Come hang out for as long or as little as you want to. You can just stop in and say hi, or you guys can hang out with us the whole game if you want to. We're going to be doing that. We might do like a short after that game or something like that from up there as well to post on YouTube and whatnot. And so yeah, we'll be able to go from there. There's an elevator right next to it, James. There's an elevator right next to it if you want to take that up instead. Definitely an option. So there are always ways that you can. T-Mobile Park is very ADA friendly, which is good. They're very good at it. But that's gonna do it from us here on this chat. Did you rent the stairwell? Nah, we just kind of stand up there and lock her down. You know what I mean? We'll get up there early. But that's going to do it from us. I got to go do some recording with Joe and Dylan for some more episodes for the Mariner Mojovians. But I appreciate all you guys being here after a tough loss. Unfortunately, the Mariners couldn't come away with the victory today. Good to have George Kirby back, though. Hopefully his next start will be better. So, yeah, appreciate all you guys for being here. And we will catch you guys. Oh, probably no stream tomorrow, chat. Probably no stream tomorrow because I am going to a work dinner tomorrow after work. So probably no stream tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. But appreciate you guys for being here. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Smooches. Mwah. We still didn't do the end screen, chat. We haven't done the end stream. More emotional support tomorrow, potentially, Autumn, potentially. All right, we're gonna end the stream now, chat. Here we go.